Scott here, and this is a special sort of midnight live stream that we're doing tonight. Barely announced it, barely told anyone, so it's kind of an experiment. We'll see if anyone shows up tonight other than me. So it might just be me singing, to myself. But want to celebrate the release of my new record, Bright Hope. I've been waiting for some time, praying, planning, worrying, excited about this release for some time, and today's the day. Well, midnight Eastern time, which is right now. Midnight Eastern time is 11 Central, 10 Mountain, where I'm at, and 9 Pacific. In case you didn't know how time zones worked, I've just explained that sort of for you. You're welcome. But anyway, right now, if it hasn't already shown up in Spotify and Apple Music and all the places online, it should. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of celebrate that, and I was hoping to have some of you guys join me. So I'm going to check. I am live streaming here in 2 places simultaneously. Now, I always live stream for my private group, the Rigganators. And so if you're a Rigganator, holla back, please. I cannot believe I just said holla back. Anyway, looks like we've got, Stephen, hey, buddy, I'm praying for you, man. Right now, Stephen is in the hospital with his wife. And man, we love you, and we're praying for you. So it's good to see you here, buddy. And praying seriously. I was praying for you. I shared your post just a few minutes ago to the Rigganators page, and praying for you guys and for what's going on. So, but I'm also streaming to my Facebook page, the Scott Riggan Music page. So I'm gonna look really quick and see if it's actually working over there, because I've never done that before. And I'm hoping. Let's see. Switch now. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing or not. Technology. Let's see. Oh, yep, it's working. So we shall see if anyone shows up. If I will probably stay over on the. Oh gosh, how do I get back? Okay. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So, all right. So today, again, like I said, is the release date of this very special to me record. This project articulates, just for me, the struggle that I have had over the last couple of years during the time where I was writing these songs or choosing these songs, because some of them are ones that I chose that were written by other people, but seemed to say what I really needed to express. I've gone through a great deal of grief in this last couple of years. Some things that I've talked about publicly, and some things that are not really well known, things that I want to be careful with. I don't want to hurt anybody. But there have been times where I have struggled so much with hope and with the belief that that things could be better, that God had something good waiting for me. Because all indications were no. There were a lot of relationships that were damaged and broken over the course of the last couple of years. Some mental health issues in my family that really tore us apart. Things that I didn't even have, I never even had the imagination to worry about some of these things, some of the things that have happened in my life. And so, without getting into lots of details, I felt shipwrecked and felt that, I wrote a song, and I'll probably do it tonight. I don't have a firm idea of what I'm going to do tonight, except play some songs and talk about the Bright Hope record. But I wrote a song called After the Shipwreck, and like I said, I'll probably do that tonight. It, for me, articulated as clearly as I could with the metaphor of the shipwreck. It says, one after another, the cannonballs came. And that's what I felt like happened to my life. One thing after another, over and over and over, to the point where the life that I had was blown to pieces. And I was out there in the ocean clinging to the debris, going, "What am I supposed to do here? Is rescue going to come? Is there going to be an island I can like wash up on? Is there any way to hope?" And to experience that moment for an extended period of time, for quite a long while, wondering, what am I supposed to do, and where is God? And here's what I learned. Well, there's so many things that I learned, but I found that in the thick of my despair, that that Scripture is true when it says He is close to the brokenhearted. I experienced that. I do experience that my God has walked with me, and I was driven to my knees. I was driven closer in my relationship with the Lord. The things that, the cannonballs that came, broke me, but led me to a deeper relationship with the Lord. And I've always kind of felt like it's not really fair that the only way you get to that really deep level of relationship with the Lord is through heartache and pain and suffering, but it seems to be true. So I want to do that song, the title song, Bright Hope, and I'm not going to use tracks or anything, so I'm going to interpret it a little bit differently. On the record, it's got that great stomp clap kind of vibe going on, and an organ played by Dwan Hill, who is the band leader for C.C. Winans and has played with Lauren Daigle and all kinds of amazing people, and he just brought the gospel to that organ part. I love it so much. And then Tyler Kane playing electric guitar and an acoustic, Jason Collum playing drums, and Clay Krasner, my good friend Clay, who's played for me on a lot of records, playing bass, and Matt Stanfield on piano. So this is a great song. I'm going to reinterpret it a little bit for you guys. I just said that my own song was a great song. You're not ever supposed to say that, but anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't know who all's watching. I hope we've got a few people here. But this is called Bright Hope. Well, it's been a long and lonely night, and I've tossed and turned and prayed for light. My tears have dried, but my strength is spent, and my faith has been stretched dangerously thin. And slowly, ever so slowly, I'm getting ready to open up my eyes. Your mercies are new every morning. It's got me believing the sun is gonna rise. And I believe, oh I believe, I've never been so desperate to believe. Here in the dark, your light is flooding through my soul, with strength for today and bright hope. Bright hope. And it has been, well, it's been an uphill fight. So much dark, so little light. But I know you'll redeem every heartache that I've known. Your faithfulness is my bright hope. And I believe I've never been so desperate to believe. Here in the dark, your light is flooding through my soul, with strength for today and bright hope. Bright hope. Now this verse right here, this is the verse. This is the verse that when I wrote it, I felt like, oh my gosh, it's something that I need to think about and practice in my life to really let go of bitterness. You know, there's There's a saying that choosing not to forgive someone, holding a grudge, is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And so this song says, this verse says, how to forgive what I can't forget. That is a skill that I have not acquired yet. But this bitterness will surely poison me. So give me the grace to just surrender to your peace. And slowly, ever so slowly, I'm getting ready to open up my eyes. And so, anyway, let me sing this verse. How to forgive what I can't forget. That is a skill that I have not acquired yet. Oh, but this bitterness will surely poison me. Give me the grace to just surrender to your peace. And slowly, ever so slowly, I'm getting ready to open up my eyes. And your mercies I knew every morning. It's got me believing the sun will surely rise. And I believe I've never been so desperate to believe. Here in the dark, your light is flooding through my soul with strength for today and bright hope. Strength for today, yeah, and bright hope. Bright hope. Bright hope. Bright hope. Bright You may recognize that word, that phrase. Bright hope. Pardon for sin and a peace that endureth, thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. Blessings are mine with 10,000 beside. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Strength for the day and bright hope for tomorrow. That is what I need. I want answers, but what I need is strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. Don't you want God to explain, right? Aren't there times where you just want God to say, this is why this is happening. This is why, this is giving you reasons. I want that, but astonishingly, God doesn't seem to feel obligated to fill in the blanks for me. I don't know why, but Anyway, let me check in and see. I'm on the Rigganators page. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of folks here. So hello, Sue and Brittany. And, Sandra is here. Tolly's here. Hey, buddy. And Natalie's here. You're not asleep, Natalie? You said earlier that you, we had I don't know if you guys, how many of you went to this, but we had our YouTube video premiere for the lyric video for Bright Hope, which I'm really happy with how that thing turned out. It's a really cool, the animation of it is a guy who is out at sea. It's black and white, and it's in a storm, and his ship has been destroyed. And I'm going to give away the plot, I guess, but he washes up on, and he also looks astonishingly like a younger, skinnier, better looking me, which I think was, that's great. But he washes up on the shore of an island, and ultimately he ends up getting a raft together and gets out into the water. And by the end of the video, there's a little bit of color filling the sky. The morning is coming. And I just felt like it's a guy in the UK who made the video for me, and I think he did a fantastic job. I was really happy with that. Anyway, we had a video premiere today on YouTube, and Natalie said that she was going to be unable to come tonight because she would be asleep. So yes, glad you're here, Natalie. And awesome. And then hello there, Kim and Bill. Hi, guys. Good to see you here. And I don't know how, I don't have enough devices to check the Facebook page and see if there are people commenting there. So if you're on the Facebook page, I just want to tell you, I have a group called the Rigganators, and they're in the description with the video. You can sign up, join my email list, and then also join the Facebook group. I can send you the link to that if you join the email list. But right now I can only see the comments for people who are in the Rigganators group. So, but I really do. I mean, so much of this album, and again, this is all about the Bright Hope album being released hopefully at midnight Eastern time, which would have been 15 minutes ago. And I don't know if it's out there. If someone can check and see, are you seeing it on Spotify? Is it on Apple Music yet? Is it any of those places? It should be, but sometimes these things don't go exactly to plan, and it might be, half an hour late or an hour late or something. But anyway, I went ahead and scheduled this based on the idea that, well, this is when it's supposed to be out. But this whole album is about wrestling with the need for hope, and for the fact that is completely rooted in the faithfulness of God. And one of the songs that I really struggled with as I wrote, because it meant so much to me and it felt so important to me to wrestle with this, is a song called Enough for You, and subtitled The Map Song. And it came out of a conversation that I had. I was in a counseling session, which I'm not ashamed at all to tell you that in the course of the last couple of years, counseling, an amazing Christian psychologist, has been a lifeline for me. And I was in a conversation with him, and I brought up to him that I felt like in my life I had been like thrown into a bag and thrown into the back of a trunk somewhere, driven to another country, blindfolded, thrown out into this new country, and it's pitch black. I don't have a flashlight. I know there's a cliff somewhere nearby, but I'm somehow supposed to navigate, and and I felt like I need a map. I need a flashlight. I need something, because I'm going to fall off that cliff. I can guarantee it. And some of you guys probably know what that feels like too, where you are, I just realized this thing has been up here this whole time. It's kind of obnoxious. Let me take that off. Okay, yeah. So you all know what the Bright Hope record looks like. But wanting to have God provide just a little bit more direction, and I'm encouraged by, this, by when Paul the Apostle writes that he took a concern to the Lord 3 times, and it was his thorn in his flesh. We don't know exactly what that was, but it was something that was, troubling him very severely, and he brought it to the Lord, and God gave him an answer. God actually gave him an answer, which, is another thing I would really love. God, just, give me some clarity. But God's answer was, my grace is sufficient for you. Which sort of, is that an answer exactly? But it is an answer. The answer is, just trust me. That is the answer. It all boils down to, are you going to trust me or not? And so this is one of the reasons why the last couple of years it's been so important for me to really invest in gratitude, to think about the faithfulness of God, to remember what he's already done for me, and to really live in that so that I can face things that are hard, and that are questions that are unanswered, and to have courage, And so I wrote this song, it's just begging and asking God, for some answers. So this is Enough for You, the MAP song. If your word is my compass, then it's all that I have. It's a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. You're guiding my steps, but I still want a map. I still want a map. And I'm breathing my way through unfamiliar terrain. I can't help but stumble again and again. And what I wouldn't give for a glimpse of your plan, just a glimpse of your plan. And you say, my grace is enough for you. It's enough for you. And I'm sure you're tired of my voice as I complain and confess, like I'm tired of these fears and this thorn in my flesh. But your strength is made perfect in my weakness, in all my weakness. And you say, my grace is enough for you. My grace is enough, it's enough for you. I just want a signpost, a roadmap, a beacon, a clue which direction to turn. And what I'm meant to do, give me a landmark, a signal, a lantern burning bright, or a cloud in the day and a fire at night. A fire at night. Still your word is my compass, and it's all that I have. It's a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. You're guiding my steps, but I still want a map. But I will say, your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough, it's enough for me. I can't say that I have fully gotten to the place where I can say, okay, yeah, I don't understand anything, but no worries. I still agonize over things. I still have a lot of questions for God. But remembering his faithfulness, dwelling on his faithfulness, is the thing that I find helps me stay in that position of trust, So that's why Goodness of God is such an important song in my life. And it was the first one that I knew for sure was going to be on this record. Before I had written Bright Hope, and actually before I wrote Enough for You, I knew I was going to do Goodness of God. But I wanted to do something different with it. So you've heard my version of it, which is a little hard to do without a guitar. It's built around that really cool electric guitar part. And but I do want to do a little bit of that song, just kind of more the church ballad style. But I found for a while there I couldn't even get through it. It just too real and true. And I've talked about this before, that this is a song that part of what's so impressive about it is there's no attempt at cleverness, there's no attempt at wordplay, or it's all very plain spoken and simple, and all the more powerful for that. For some reason, the song just has such clarity, and I mean, it just says, "All my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. And your mercy, your goodness is running after me. You're pursuing me with your goodness." That's a pretty powerful thought. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. And all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. The goodness of God. Well, guys, thank you so much for all hanging out with me tonight. I still want to do some more music, but I'm going to check the comments here to see any word on Spotify. Has it? Okay, awesome. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Steve, hello. And Sue, I'm so sorry. I think the one thing that I've really learned is that nobody gets through life unscathed. I mean, not to be a bummer or anything. If life is really good for you, I don't want to make you start looking over your shoulder or anything. But the truth is, we're all touched by grief, and there are things that happen that are beyond our control and scary. And when those things happen, I'm so grateful that I've had the Lord in my life. I don't know how I could have survived any of this stuff without that. And so, Sue, I'm sorry for what you went through. I don't know the story, but thank you for sharing that. So, let's see. Oh, and okay, Steven says Carolyn is going in for CT scan. All right, buddy, we're praying for you. And then, all right. Well, I want to do another song that I did not write. This is a song that was written by an artist that I really admire. Can I admit something? I don't. There's not a lot of Christian music that I actually like. Can I admit that? I sing Christian music, I write Christian music, but there's a lot of it that's not written for me, and it's partly an age thing. I'm middle-aged. I'm not a 17-year-old who is the target market for a lot of the music. But there are artists that I feel like have such wisdom. Their music itself is interesting, but their writing is great. Jason Gray is, oh gosh, he's one of our best songwriters. Also, like Andrew Peterson. There are some artists that aren't as big, as well known, who are just writing amazing songs. And Jason Gray is somebody that I actually met is probably 15 or more years ago. It was before he had a record deal. I actually did have a record deal at the time, and we met at a convention, had a mutual friend, Stacy Frennis, that introduced us, and I immediately liked the guy. We hit it off really quickly. Haven't really been in touch much. We've corresponded some, and I've seen him a few times, but so we're not really, I can't say that we're like friends, but when I heard this song, it just, I felt the ache in it. This is a song about grief, and it's a song about how clumsy all of us are in trying to offer comfort to people who are going through something hard. We try to help, and unfortunately, sometimes our help, like I said, it's clumsy. It's not malicious. It's not intended to harm, but it puts a burden on the person that's grieving. And so most of the time what's really needed is just actual gestures of just going over and mowing someone's yard, or bringing them food, or just sitting with them and not demanding that they have to talk, or giving them space if they need it. This is a song that it talks about, boy, my house just burned down, and you're already trying to give me advice. Just my favorite line is, while we wait for the smoke to clear, you don't even have to speak. Just sit with me in the ashes here, and together we will pray for peace to the one acquainted with our grief. So this is it's not right now. You could see the smoke from a mile away, and trouble always draws a crowd. They want to tell me that it'll be okay, but that's not what I need right now. Not while my house is burning down. I know someday, I know somehow I'll be not right now, not right now. Tell me if the hope that you know is true ever feels like a lie, even from a friend. When their words are salt in an open wound, 'cause they just can't seem to understand that you haven't even stopped the bleeding yet. I know someday, I know somehow I'll be Don't tell me when I'm grieving that this happened for a reason. Maybe one day we'll talk about the dreams that had to die for new ones to come alive, but not right now. So while I wait for the smoke to clear, oh, you Just sit with me in the ashes here. Together we can pray for peace. To the one acquainted with our grief, I know someday, I know somehow I'll be okay, but not right now. No, not right now. Hey, not right now. Well, guys, I talked a lot, didn't I? So I feel like I have gone a little too... Hey there, Joy and Claudia, hello. And Steven's talking about the smoke. You're out in New Jersey and getting smoke from the... Yeah, I've seen some footage of that. That looks pretty crazy. You know, I did mention this song, and so I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is the song After the Shipwreck, which was as explicit as I could get about the many things that were going wrong and imploding in my life, the relationships and the just various things that were happening that just felt like the end of the world, you know. And so wrote this song about all of that, and I deliberately let the song sit in that lament, in that moment of uncertainty. God, are you going to rescue me or not? I'm here and I'm waiting. And the song ends with the decision. It says, one thing is certain, only one thing is clear. As the storm starts to worsen and I'm drowning in fear, there will be no rebuilding. It's gone, baby, gone. And I'm surrendering to the current that's pulling me along. I'm going to surrender to the will of God. I'm going to accept. So rather than, like when I wrote in the Christian music industry, wrote for publishing companies, they would have demanded that the song ended with rescue and victory and now I am happy all the day, as the hymn says. And I just wanted to honor what it really feels like to experience that desperate lament. And so that's what this song is about. And honestly, I love this song. It's very cathartic for me. So anyway, this is After the Shipwreck. That wasn't really the intro. I haven't played it for a while. Here's the intro. One after another, the cannonballs came. Now it's all going under, and only wreckage remains, and it feels like I will drown. There hasn't been time to grieve yet, clinging to this debris. Still it's hard to believe it, that this is happening to me, and it feels like I will drown. And one thing is certain, one thing is clear, as the storm starts to worsen and I'm drowning in fear, there will be no rebuilding. It's gone, baby, gone, and I don't know how much longer I'll be holding on. There's no island to swim to, and anyway, my legs feel like lead. Still I'm praying for rescue, for planes flying overhead, 'cause it
distress. Is anyone looking for me? 'Cause my strength is failing and I've no breath left for praying, and I will sink like a stone to the deep. 'Cause one after another the cannonballs came. And one thing is certain, only one thing is clear. As the storm starts to worsen and I'm drowning in fear, there will be no rebuilding. It's gone, baby, gone. And I'm surrendering to the current that's pulling me along.
That's a heavy song for this late at night. Hope I didn't depress anybody. You know, what I really believe is that a song like that has some power to make us, to help us not feel so alone. I know that there are, I mean, Elton John said sad songs say so much, but they really do. There's something about just knowing you're not alone, knowing that other people have felt the things that you're feeling. Hey, Matt Johnson, how you doing? I'm going to do one more song. I need to end on a little more like upbeat note, and then we're going to wrap it up. But thank you guys for helping me celebrate the release of my new record, Bright Hope. Please go listen to it. If you want to have a CD, please order it from my website. That link is in the description, and it's a big help to me financially. I mean, streaming is great, but it's you know, I had 150,000 streams in December, and I made about $200. So, you know, that's a handful of CD sales. So anyway, so it's a big help to me. If you have no way to play a CD, I totally understand. You know, a lot of us don't. But I'll sign it, and I'll send you MP3s for it along with that purchase. And so please consider that. Also, in my store, I just added a sticker for Goodness of God that is kind of fun. So anyway, but I'm going to do, as a wrap up, I'm going to do We Will Feast in the House of Zion. It's one of the tracks on the record, written by Sandra McCracken. And I felt like it fit into this record so much. This album about shipwrecks and rescues, this album about wading through the darkness of the night, anticipating the coming of the morning. This second verse of this song says, "In the dark of night before the dawn, my soul be not afraid. For the promised morning, oh, how long? O God of Jacob, be my strength." And the whole song is about anticipating the day when all things will be made right. And I don't know about you, but I long for that more than ever before. So it's getting late. Let me go ahead and do this last song. This is We Will Feast in the House of Zion.
We will feast in the house of Zion. We will sing with our hearts restored. He has done great things. We will say together, we will feast and weep no more. We will not be burned by the fire. He is the Lord our God, and we are not consumed by the blood of them protected, gathered up. We will feast in the house of Zion. We will sing with our hearts restored. He has done great things we will say together. We will feast and weep no more. In the dark of night, before the dawn, my soul be not afraid, for the promised morning. Oh, how long, oh God of Jacob, be my strength. We will feast in the house of Zion. We will sing with our hearts restored. He has done great things. We will say together. We will feast and weep no more. Every vow we've broken and betrayed, still you are the faithful one. And from the garden to the grave, bind us together, praise shalom. In the house of Zion, we will sing with our hearts restored. He has done great things. We will say together. We will feast and weep no more. We will feast and weep no more. We'll weep no more. We will feast in the house of Zion. We will feast and weep no more. Amen. All right. Well, let me check in one more time. And again, if you are streaming this right now and you're on the Scott Riggan music page, I'm also streaming it to the group that I have called the Rigganators. And so I would love for you to be a part of that. We do live streams a couple times a month, and a lot of other fun stuff every single day in the group. And so again, if you're on the Facebook page, the Scott Riggan music page, and not the Rigganators page, there's a description for this video that includes a link where you can go sign up. And I just want to get your email address so that if Facebook ever shuts down things like this, I still want to be able to contact you. And so having your email address is a great way to do that. So sign up on that list, and then I'll send you the link to join the Rigganators Facebook group, and we'd love to have you be part of the fun. So, well, Sandra, thank you. She says, beautiful night of songs. Thank you so much. And Matthew, good to see you, buddy. Kim Jones, and Andrew's here. Hey, buddy. Guys, this has been such a pleasure. Again, the new record is out everywhere. On my website, you can purchase the CD. I'll sign it. I will send you MP3s to go with that purchase. It is also available on Spotify and Apple and Amazon and all the places. Every place online, it's there. And it should be showing up now. And so that's what we're doing this late night live stream for. So that's all I got. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. And I'm, in fact, the truth is my Rigganators group is making it possible for me to continue to make music. I also have a group on Patreon that supports me and helps me have income each month to allow me to invest and continue to record. And so there's a real relationship between artist and I hate to say fan, because that's not what it is, but it's not just a transaction of you give me money and I give you a thing. It's you guys have enriched my life by the relationship that has developed between us. So thank you for being a part of this, and that's all I'm gonna go and wrap it up for the night. God bless you guys, and go stream my song, my music, and
watch that video if you haven't seen it, the Bright Hope video that came out today. Okay, that's it. I got it. Good night. Have a good evening. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.